I'm currently engaged in crafting a story within ChatGPT, where my primary task is to collaboratively write a book with the assistance of this AI. The story I'm envisioning takes the form of an adventurous tale inspired by the iconic style of Dungeons & Dragons, rather than meticulously planning it out chapter by chapter. I've decided to approach it in a more dynamic manner, writing it page by page to maintain a sense of spontaneity and flexibility. Additionally, I'm turning this narrative into a self-made solo RPG experience, allowing players to immerse themselves in the story and embark on thrilling adventures at their own pace. Solo adventures is fun. I do not present guidebooks and other resources to aid players along their journey. To keep things simple and accessible, I've chosen to utilize only a 6-sided die, ensuring that the gameplay mechanics remain straightforward and easy to understand. This exciting adventure will unfold across 5 or 6 thrilling episodes, each packed with twists and turns. I invite you to join me on this journey and immerse yourself in the excitement and wonder of the story. Let the adventure begin. Okay, let's get started. I am currently immersed in the creation of a story, tasked with the exciting endeavor of crafting a book with the assistance of this AI. The story I'm crafting is set to be an adventurous tale inspired by the style of Dungeons & Dragons, infused with the spirit of exploration and questing. Additionally, I aim to transform it into a unique self-made solo RPG experience where players can embark on thrilling adventures within the narrative world I'm constructing. I am known as Sir James Reynolds. I embody a unique blend of intellect and valor, a knight whose past is steeped in the pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment. Once a devoted scholar, your insatiable thirst for understanding led you down unexpected paths, eventually propelling you into the adventurous life of a knight. Here's a picture of him.
You find yourself standing at the gates of the bustling city of Evermore. The sun is shining overhead, and the streets are filled with merchants, adventurers, and townsfolk going about their daily business.
I would explore the city, but I soon got lost. Here's a picture of the city of Evermore.
As you wander through the winding streets of Evermore, trying to take in the sights and sounds, you realize that the city is much larger and more labyrinthine than you initially thought. The buildings seem to loom over you, and the crowds of people make it difficult to find your bearings.
Feeling a bit directionless, you find yourself instinctively turning to ChatGPT for guidance. With a hint of whimsy, you decide to immerse yourself in a fictional adventure. Enter Sleeping Hand Inn. Here's a picture.
So, with a stroke of luck, amidst the confusion of the city streets, you stumble upon the Sleeping Hand Inn. The wooden sign creaks softly in the breeze above the entrance, and the smell of hearty stew wafts out from within. Upon entering, you're greeted by a warm atmosphere, the crackling of a fire in the hearth and the friendly chatter of patrons. The innkeeper, a stout woman with a kind smile, nods at you as you enter.
Here's a picture of the innkeeper of the Sleeping Hand Inn, and retrieving a few coins from your pouch, you deftly slip them across the counter to the innkeeper, a silent offering that speaks volumes of your appreciation for their services.
You approach the innkeeper and slide a coin across the counter towards her. She gives you a grateful nod before pocketing the coin.
Good day to you, sir. What can I do for you?
She says with a warm smile. You inquire about any rumors or information regarding the enchanted forest nearby. The innkeeper's eyes light up with intrigue.
Aya, the enchanted forest, a mysterious place indeed, full of wonders and dangers alike. Many adventurers have sought treasures within its depths, but few have returned.
She leans in closer, lowering her voice conspiratorially.
I've heard tales of a hidden glade deep within the forest, said to hold a treasure beyond imagining, but be warned, brave knight, the forest is not to be trifled with. Many who venture never return.
For sleeping in the inn, she requested payment.
You reach into your purse and withdraw the appropriate amount of currency, carefully counting out the coins before handing them over to the innkeeper.
The innkeeper's request for payment seems reasonable considering the valuable information she's provided. You hand over the required coins, a total of 35 in all, and she gives you a grateful nod.
Thank you kindly, sir.
She says, stowing away the coins.
Your room will be prepared shortly. In the meantime, feel free to relax in the common area or enjoy a meal from our kitchen.
With that, she bustles off to attend to other duties, leaving you to decide how to spend your time until your room is ready.
She comes over with an old dwarf man. She said, here's the person you want to partner with. Here's a picture of him.
The innkeeper returns with an elderly dwarf, his beard long and braided, his eyes sparkling with wisdom and mischief. She introduces him to you as your potential partner.
Sir James Reynolds, meet Grimbolt Stonehammer, a seasoned adventurer and expert in navigating the enchanted forest. He's agreed to accompany you on your quest in exchange for a share of any treasure you find.
She says, gesturing to you. Grimbolt gives you a nod of greeting, his voice gruff but friendly.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, lad. I've been exploring these woods, and there's still much I haven't seen. Together, we'll make quite the team.
He adjusts the strap of his pack and looks at you expectantly, awaiting your decision. With a nod of agreement, you extend your hand in a gesture of partnership, sealing the deal with a firm handshake. The promise of sharing the treasure equally serves as a bond of trust between you and your newfound companion, solidifying your alliance as you embark on your quest together. Grimbolt nods in agreement, his eyes twinkling with approval.
A fair deal, lad. You've got yourself a partner.
With your newfound companion by your side, you feel more confident about venturing into the enchanted forest. The innkeeper returns and leads you both to your room, where you can rest and prepare for the journey ahead. As evening falls and the sounds of the inn begin to quiet, you and Grimbolt sit together at a table in the common area, poring over maps and discussing your strategy for the journey. Suddenly, the door bursts open, and a disheveled figure rushes in, panting heavily. It's a young elf, his clothes torn and his face pale with fear.
Here's a picture of him.
Help! Monsters! In the forest! They're attacking!
He gasps, collapsing onto the floor.
The village!
How many attacked overall?
The young elf struggles to catch his breath, before responding.
I don't know. It was chaos. I saw at least a dozen, maybe more, horrible creatures with glowing eyes attacking from forest.
He shudders, clearly traumatized by what he's witnessed. Grimbolt exchanges a worried glance with you, his expression grim.
We must act swiftly.
He says, his voice urgent.
The safety of the village may depend on it.
You extend an invitation to 4 additional adventurers who have expressed interest in joining your party, swelling your ranks to a formidable 6. With a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose, you gather your companions and prepare to venture out into the bustling streets once more.
You quickly relay the urgent news to the innkeeper, who listens with a mix of concern and determination. Upon hearing your plea for aid, she nods solemnly and springs into action, rallying the other patrons of the inn to join your cause. In a matter of moments, 4 additional adventurers step forward, eager to lend their strength to the defense of the village. Among them are a nimble halfling rogue, a stoic human cleric, a fiery half-orc sorcerer, and a wise elven ranger.
Escape of pain. As Grimbolt suddenly twists his foot, a grimace of pain contorting his features, the momentum of your group is momentarily halted. Despite the setback, your resolve remains unshaken.
As Grimbolt grimaces in pain from his twisted foot, the urgency of the situation intensifies. With a party of 5, including yourself, you press on towards the sounds of battle emanating from the village. As you approach, the scene before you is one of chaos and destruction. Buildings are ablaze, and villagers are fleeing in terror as shadowy figures with glowing eyes rampage through the streets.
Here's a picture of that.
Without hesitation, you and your companions charge into the fray, weapons drawn and spells at the ready. The halfling rogue darts between buildings, striking from the shadows with deadly precision. The human cleric raises a shield of divine energy to protect the innocent, while the half-orc sorcerer hurls bolts of arcane fire at the encroaching foes. The elven ranger takes aim with a bow, picking off enemies from a distance with unerring accuracy.
You encounter an orc. You charge at it, the orc defends himself, he slices you, you cut him open. Here's the picture.
With a roar of determination, you charge at the orc, your sword raised high. The orc, seeing your approach, raises its own weapon in defense, readying itself for your attack. As you clash with the orc, steel meets steel in a flurry of strikes and parries. In the heat of battle, the orc manages to land a glancing blow across your side, causing a searing pain to shoot through your body. But you do not falter. With a mighty swing of your sword, fueled by adrenaline and determination, you strike true, cleaving through the orc's defenses and slicing open its chest. The orc lets out a guttural cry of pain before collapsing to the ground, defeated.
You fight another archery orc. You cut him dead, but receive an arrow to left arm.
With your sword still slick with the blood of the fallen orc, you turn to face the next threat. An orc archer, perched atop a nearby building, taking aim with its bow. Without hesitation, you charge towards the archer, determined to put an end to its reign of terror. As you close the distance, the orc releases its arrow, which finds its mark, striking your left arm with a sharp, searing pain. Despite the injury, you press on, your resolve unbroken. With a mighty swing of your sword, you close the gap and strike down the orc archer, sending it tumbling from its perch to the ground below.
Thank you for first episode of Shadowland, a gripping series immersed in the thrilling universe of Dungeons & Dragons.